Hello fellow traders, this is the first episode of the second series Forex Debunked. We keep debunking people that claim can beat the market. For the past 1 year we are trading our live account. We give our proven profits to our subscribers. Stay tuned, subscribe, leave a comment for the YouTube algorithm, and in our today's episode we have a video, easy scalping strategy for day trading Forex and high win rate. This video has got almost 1 million views. Of course, views is not an important factor when we are choosing a video. We are traders, we are not YouTubers. However, we do that for entertainment. Today we will test this one. I hope you enjoy. If you have any suggestion, drop a comment, send a message. Remember, we do that just for entertainment purposes only. There is also a link. You can download his Excel sheets. Unfortunately, it's empty. I tried to download it and see his live trades. There are no results there. Maybe it's much older, but even though I checked the videos from February 2021, I mean, it's not so much old. It redirects you to his site, to the creator site. However, I couldn't find any proven evidence or data of this strategy, technique, or however you want to call it. Anyway, the strategy is very simple. It uses 3 MA, the 21, the 25, the 50 MA, and the 100 EMA. For people that are already watching, for people who are starting and so on, it's very similar to an alligator of Bill Williams. It looks like this indicator. I mean, the jaw, the lips, and so on. The difference is the alligator is using the golden ratio. Here we have the 3 most popular EMAs, and this is what we are going to use. Also, he doesn't specify any pair that he's using his strategy. I mean, there are some examples in Euro GBP, in UP, in New Zealand. However, he doesn't say, the creator doesn't say exactly in what pairs he tested it. So I'm guessing he's just trying to say that with this 3 MA you can unlock the Forex market and whatever. Anyway, the strategy works very simple. We need to find an existing trend. Now this also, he doesn't specify how many candles above are EMA. I mean, visually he recommends an example like this. So counting the candles, I'm using 25 to 30 candles. I mean, then we have a visual, let's say, trend. We have a clear trend. Also the prices to close above our 3 EMAs. He specified that it doesn't matter if there is a price that penetrate our fastest EMA, our 25-1. However, this is how we are going to test it. I'm going to show you the results. Of course, the lines should be significantly apart, which is the normal one. I mean, in an uptrend, of course, this is how it will start to look like. We have give clarifications to the MA, so you probably already know what it's an MA. I have an experimental indicator that uses golden ratio propulsion as an MA. It uses 7 MAs. I will probably make a presentation on this one. It looks very promising and very interesting. Our creator here says to avoid these markets. Of course, in a lagging market it doesn't work. Now, what is the plan? Okay, the prices eventually will penetrate the 25 or the 50 MA. So this is our second part of our strategy. Okay, and now when the prices goes up again and closes above the 25 EMA, then we have our trading signal. We have our trade. Of course, the opposite will happen in the downside. He also gives that example. We will go to live markets and to our tester and I will show you exactly how we did it. So the buy triggers the order, so we have a trade. Actually, the system generates a lot of trade. I'll show you in a period of how often a trade appears. Anyway, what is our exit plan? Our exit plan, it's a very simple. When the prices penetrates the 50 MA, okay? So this is a signal for us to leave the trade. Also, if the prices never pull ups or never retrace back to our point, then we never hit the trade initially from the beginning. But anyway, I'm give you some explanations. You can go to the video and check it yourself. It's a very easy, very simple one. Now, what are the profits? What is our take profits? He doesn't specify any significant point, let's say, or any mark of the indicator. He just uses that 1.5. I mean, he risks 1 to take 1.5. Well, in my opinion, this is horrible. I will do some adjustments. I will show you the raw data that I collected by testing the strategy, and then I will play, let's say, with the numbers to give you an example of how we can work with these 3 MAs, because the base of the strategy, I mean the base of using 3 MAs, it's really very helpful. However, you cannot win, you cannot beat the market so easy. So now I will open our tester and I'll show you exactly how I did it and how I use it the most proper way, let's say. So I'm here on MT4 platform. We are back testing our strategies. Of course, you can choose whatever you want. I'm using that. It's much more simple for me, even though it's not perfect. I'm just used to that. I wanted to give to our fellow trader, let's say, the best possible tools. I mean, the best possible way to start with this testing and this strategy and so on. So what I did, I exclude every major events like interest rates and so on, even though the creator doesn't specify that. I mean, he doesn't say what to avoid, like non-farm payrolls or interest rates or any other important news that will hit the market. Anyway, he doesn't specify that. I know. So I did. I exclude these periods. Also, I wanted to see in what pair this strategy might work best. I choose the most popular one, like the Euro USD, the GBP, the USD, the Australian, and the Canadian. I did approximately 20 to 25 trades per pair. So I wanted to see what pair will be the most profitable. I mean, not in true value, not the most profitable, but what is the pair that this strategy managed to generate most profitable pairs, so most profitable trades, sorry. So eventually I came up with a Euro GBP. It's a pair that I do not trade. So I have opened it here on our MT4 tester. I have opened an example of to show you exactly how this strategy works and how we can do that. These are our 3 moving averages. We have exactly the example that our fellow trader here says that it's a perfect setup. We do have the perfect setup. I find one just to start. Of course, this is for a short position, but the same applies if you want to go long. It won't make any difference. Now, at this point, the market hits our 25 EMA, our fastest EMA. So here we are took our our second signal actually. The first one to have a clear trend. We do, the lines are separated and so on. Now at this point we are waiting for the prices to close below the lines. Now of course you see the difference is very small. However, he doesn't specify, for example, if we want to have an engulfing candle, or if we want to have something very clear. I used engulfing candles. I didn't use that. I'm just showing you an example. Of course, here the lines start to become a bit confused together. I mean, you cannot understand the risk reward, but eventually you will see that the risk reward ratio is 1 to 1.5. So let's say that at this point we have like 74 pips. So multiply that, it's around 103. I'm calculating with my mind. So the trade will stop when the prices penetrates our 50 moving average. Well, in this case it did, because the prices change directly, because it's the end of the year for people who might seeing the dates. Anyway, this is an example to show you how exactly we did it and how exactly we tested, because as I said before, I'm not predetermined that something won't work, and for sure I want to give to any creator, any person that wants to trade, I want to give an insight of how these systems work, and you cannot determine a trade or a trading system or a trading strategy by just using 3 MAs. Again, the core of the strategy is very important. These are very popular MAs, no one doubts. And now let's move on and see our true results. Remember, we did 100 trades. Actually, to be honest, I did 101. I don't know, but I hate round numbers. So in this case, because everyone does 100 trades, in our case we just did 101. I mean, for absolutely no reason. I find it very important to exclude some major events, as I said before. For example, I exclude interest rates and some other major events. Also, remember that it's in the 5-minute chart. So you need to pay attention also to the spread. I mean, I'm not sure what does your broker gives to you, but if you try that with a real spread, I'm afraid you will have much different results. But again, this is what we got. I will open the tester sheet. As I explained you before, the trader, our fellow trader here, gives in the description a link that you can download the sheet with the trades and so on. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any trades. I couldn't spot that. I don't know, maybe there was never there. Maybe I have no idea what happened. Eventually, we've got this. It's a back test, an Excel sheet. It's very useful. You can try the link if you want to use it. Our fellow trader here starts with a capital 1000, leverage 200, and the trading budget. Actually, he risks 2% per trade. In my opinion, this is catastrophic, and I will show you, and I will explain you why later. And we will see exactly what we said in theory and what we said that in our tutorial and in our videos, that you need to pay attention to your risk reward and so on. The strategy has a horrible risk reward ratio because it risks 1 and he's taking back 1.5, let's say, which in my opinion this is horrible. Anyway, after the tests we ran 101 trades for this from this particular strategy. 101 actually, even though I will say 100. So this is what we've got. The success ratio was around 56%, which I was amazed. I didn't expect that to be so high. Actually, he's much better at predicting the market than me. I'm close to 38 to 40%. Anyway, the strategy doesn't generate any profits. From the starting balance of 1000, eventually we close at 890. Our account dropped. The growth was minus 11%. There is a repeatable pattern. This is the reason that most technical analysts, fanatic, let's say, believe that everything is in the chart. So you don't have to search something further. This is an opinion. I personally believe you must also check fundamentals and also some sentiment analysis and combine all these three. But anyway, this is my opinion. We all say our opinion here. I mean, 10 out of 10 traders probably have a different opinion. So I was amazed from the success ratio. Indeed, the strategy tends to work because we can analyze the reason that it's working like that. When the market is trending, I mean, then, well, every moving average and every same indicator will work perfectly. The problem is when the market starts to reverse at some points. The negative also was the 5-minute time frame. I mean, it's very noisy. You cannot trade. Also mentioning that there's a huge spread. I mean, the more you trade, the over trading benefits only your broker. There is no doubt about that. Also, the risk reward ratio, I find it very horrible, a 1 to 1.5. Now, what I did, this is our chart, this is our balance, and now we will see how I'll try to make some adjustments. Of course, we are talking only in theory, and then I will explain you why. Now, let's say that we eventually risking 1 to 2. We are increasing our risk reward ratio. I know you're probably gonna say, okay, if you increase your risk reward ratio, probably you will also have less success, less winning ratio, because our profits, our targets was based on 1 to 1.5. So if you increase your risk reward at the end, you will notice that your success ratio, your ability to predict correct the market, will start decline. There is no rule, but the more you increase your risk rewards, the less successful will be, even though you can predict the market correctly. This is something that you need to get over it. Now, if we increase the success ratio in 1 to 1.2, then we finally see that we have some growth on our balance of 5%. Remember, the success ratio will drop. There's no model to calculate that. I mean, you can experiment with numbers, but eventually you cannot beat the market so easily. And now, because I haven't explained that many times, and it's good to show in theory, but also when you start making your own tests, I will leave the same factor. Let's say we are risking on 1 to 1.5, and now I will increase my risk to 2%, and now you will see that the numbers will drop significantly. Remember that we didn't change our targets. It's still the same strategy. It's still a 1 to 1.5. We just increased our risks from 1%. We go to 2% because there is in our mind, when we are making some logical assumptions or some arithmetic assumptions, we do it. We tend to simplify things. Let's say that you risk 1%. Okay. Remember that we will lose around 11%. So someone will think that if you risk 2% of your account, you will lose 20%, where you are absolutely wrong. You have no idea what's trading. And of course, this is a compound, because now risking 2%, we see that our growth drops to 51%. we lost more than half of our account, even though we risk our reward, our ratio by 1%. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, but these are the numbers. So when you are trading, and I'm using this example from people that are trading and showing this kind of techniques and this kind of crap, that there is no way that they can work. There is no way you can see the profits or the balance of your account to increase. I mean, not even close. You can understand how important is to maintain some rules. Now I will switch it back to 1%, and you check how different is our diagram. Now okay, we lose the 10%. We know that this strategy doesn't work. It's fine. You have no idea what will happen if I will increase in 3%. We lost almost 73% of our account. I mean, we left with 260 euro. So that's why I'm always saying in all of my tutorials, in all of my videos, when you are trading, there are some very hard parts that you need to master. The arithmetic part, the numeric part, let's say, which is very easy. I mean, you don't have to be genius in maths or whatever. No, you don't have to do something like that. With several tests and demos, you will be able to come into a point that you will be able to understand how small, slightly changes here can have a significantly a huge impact in your account, and especially when you are trading. That's why we have always mentioning start with demos, just to understand the basics, how the spread works. You enter a trade, you exit the trade, overnight commissions, and so on. It's good to see always in practice. Unfortunately, we debunked one more strategy. It doesn't work. Even though the success ratio, I was impressed with the 56%. Again, I'm saying to you that if we change the success ratio, unfortunately, this is a 1, 2, 3. It doesn't. We need to make the tests again because we have different targets, and I am sure that the success ratio will drop significantly. But anyway, the important fact, because every time that I'm doing an episode, we are coming up into a conclusion. The very important thing at this point is your risk-reward ratio. You need to have tight rules regarding that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Trade safe, and I hope I'll see you in the future.